Class. Yes. You got up off of that thing. I will know that percent is another way to write a decimal or a fraction. I will know that I can compare parts to wholes of 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I will know the notation for percent. I will be able to complete a table with equivalent fractions, decimals, and percents. Today's focus it's percentages, figuring different amounts for your tip and tax. And we're going to be doing that on a meal. Today you will be ordering from Santiago's. Santiago's menu, yeah, and we'll pull that up. You will order and find tax for 7% and the tip at 20%. Class.
Yes.
Go and sit down. Your question, your higher level, oh, it's getting hot in here. Well, psst. Higher level question is, how does percentage help us with money? How does percentages help us with money? Turn and talk. Ready, teach. Go.
Percentages help us with money in a store and your mom something I agree, but I would like to add when you buy something, you have to show the tax and how much you're gonna leave behind.
Are you going to be changed? Cowboy it up. Eyes back on me. What did you guys talk about? Elena, what did you say? So she says she can use it when she goes shopping when she grows up for sales. I heard what else, Fernando? You can compare. What else did I hear? Why is it important? Yes.
So we don't waste money. Yeah, we don't overheat it.
Like
So you can get the best deal, correct?
Like 50% off in a store.
Class.
Yes.
Percentages with money. Money, how many pennies are in $1? 100. That gives us our base for a percentage. So we can percentage. to herself. Don't interrupt when a grumpy woman is talking to herself. And today, I am hungry. So right now, you are not writing on your whiteboards. Right now, you're listening to this grumpy old woman talk. And I have to tell you, when I go to Santiago's, I try, what is Miss Taylor not eating right now?
Carbs.
Carbohydrates and sugar, right? So when I go to Santiago's, I usually get the fajitas.
I'll get.
And can I tell you that I like to have, I try not to drink Diet Coke, but I like to have it with Mexican. So I order a Diet Coke and it's about $2.
$2.
In order to figure out what my bill is, I need to add that together. So I know 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 0 is, whoops, 5.
$10.
Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt the grumpy old woman. She's talking. Especially when she's hungry. Decimal pull straight down. 8 plus 2 is 10. My bill came to $10.50. What was our focus today?
7%.
We were focusing on finding tax and tips. And I know that the tax is 7%. Let's see, how do I multiply 7 over 100? Ooh, I need to put it in decimal form. And I remember there's 2 zeros. So for that 7, I'm going to move it over 2 decimal points. So I'm remembering I have to times it by 0.07. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35, carry the 3. 7 times 0 is 0 plus 3. And 7 times 1 is 7. How do I figure out the decimal? I need to count the places. Place values. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to move that decimal point over 1, 2, 3, 4 places. My tax on my meal of $10.50 is 0.74 cents. I can afford that. I have about $15 in my pocket. I'm hoping that I have enough money for tip now. I know that I want to pay 20% for my tip. So 20 over 100. 2 zeros. Gonna move that over, whoops, 1, 2. Oh, I'm gonna times 1050 by 0.2. And I remember when I multiplied, I don't have to align my decimals. So I just put it over there, and I'm not putting the 0, so it just adds extra work. So I'm just putting 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 1 is 2. Moving it over 1, 2, 3 spaces. And I can leave for 20% on $10.50 is $2.10. I had $15. I have enough money. So my tip is $2.10, and I'm going to label it, and my tax is 0.74 cents. 0.74. Turn and talk. What is the first step you need to do when you figure out the tax? Turn and talk. Ready, teach. What do you do? To figure out the tax, what did I do?
10. You have to multiply 10 cents times 0.2.
Okay, and how did you know Cowboy it up. Eyes back on me. What did you talk about? I wanted to know the first thing that the grumpy old woman did to figure out the tax. What did she do? Your markers are down right now. Maya?
You times it by 7.
I times it by 7%. So how did I figure that out, Maya?
Because since it's over 100, you moved the decimal point over 2 places.
And then I multiplied that. Did I need to align decimals? No, but I multiplied that out and came up with 74 cents. How did I figure out my tip? How did I figure out my tip? What was the first thing I did to figure out my tip? Ready, teach. Turn it up. First thing to do, multiply. Multiply what? Multiply.
Round it up and then
Right, 20 over 100. Gotta turn it into the part.
10's on 100.
Okay, so did you move it over? It's on, because it's 100 place, you move the decimal over 2 spaces. Coming back on 3, 2, 1. Self-correcting on our seats. Eyes up here. What did you talk about? Yeah, Jaden.
That first part we found out the tip is that we add all the things that you ordered.
Okay, excellent. So I had my total on my meal, which was $10.50. Then what did you do next, Jaden?
Then you get 7% and multiply it by.
The tip is 20%. Do you multiply it by 20 over 100? Okay, thank you for being honest. Is it okay that we have to self-correct all day? Ms. Taylor does it all day long. So he got to a point, he added it up. Now he has to multiply by 20%. What do?
You round.
Orlando?
You turn it into a decimal.
You have to make sure you turn your 20 over 100 to a decimal. How do you do that, Orlando?
You move the decimal since 20's in the 100th place. You move the decimal over 2 times.
And it becomes 0.2. Excellent. So how much was my tip? $2.10. Yes. So what you are going to be doing is finding your tax, your tip on 1050. I don't want you adding your tax with your bill and then finding your tip. We're doing it on your total amount. Okay? I need your markers out and white erase board.